Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel. Belinda here. Time for the Deal It Up challenge. First up, I just want to say I still have not caught up from the card 2 weeks ago when I didn't manage to do the faux playing card. I will get there. It was turned into a bit of a muddly week last week, and this coming week is not going to be any better. But we're here today to do this week's challenge, so let's get into it and pull a card. Welcome along if you are just finding this for the first time. I hope you enjoy this little challenge and maybe we'll give it a go. Just give it a watch and you'll soon pick up how it runs. So just a really cool, fun way to begin the week and get your creative juices flowing. So first off, let's choose a card that we're going to be making. What suit what number? I'm just going to go middle of the pack about there. Those up there. So 7 of diamonds today. I'm going to do the reveal as we pull them today just because I feel like doing so. No other reason than that. It's as good a reason as any, isn't it? I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I'm going to go the top card because why not? Banner. We haven't pulled that one for a while. I'm not sure whether I'll get both made today or not. We'll see how it pans out, how we go time-wise and how I'm feeling. I've got a little bit of a sore neck, so it just depends whether my body says, yeah, we can keep going or not. Right, so into our creative prompts that we will use to make either our faux playing card, our banner, or both if you want to do both. So this one I will do blind because we've got 2 different card types, and just so I don't bias it with my eyes open and pick according to what I see, I'm just going to take the bottom one. Napkin. We are using some napkin or serviette today as our first creative prompt. Same with the stack. We've got 2 different card backs going on, so I do it with my eyes closed just to avoid any bias. So giving them a good shuffle, and let's go about the middle of the pack there. Pastel colours. Nice. I've been working with pastels quite a bit lately. Right, and our final creative prompt is, I wonder what it's going to be. So my brain is starting to fire up, starting to get kind of loose ideas on what to do. Particularly for the banner actually, so maybe I will be doing the banner today. Let's go the top one. Inspiring word. Ooh, that should be fun. We haven't had that one before, so nice. So first up, let's get into the faux playing card. So as per usual, I've got a bit of cat food box here, and I'm going to do the writing side of the card, which is where we do the 7 of diamonds. So grab out number 7 and red ink because it's a red suit. You can do it whatever colour you like, but I like to stick to the card colours. As you know, if you're a regular here, and you're probably sick of me saying it, actually before I stamp it, I want to stencil it. I sometimes forget and stencil it afterwards, but I do prefer stenciling it before I stamp it. So we've got pastel as one of our prompts. So do we want to do pastel? And I can just see a little bit of pencil where I drew around to cut out my cards. Getting very misshapen, and I did try to just kind of even it up before I turned the camera on and round the corners properly, and I just think I made it worse. So it's a card. Pastel. Having a fossick through my stamp pads. Wonder whether I should use old paper. I haven't used this for stenciling yet, so shall we give it a go? And I'm pretty sure that's the colour that's on that one, so let's do it. We can always use something else if it doesn't really show up. So I'm just choosing this like zebra print stencil today. If you're wondering about this stencil, it's actually a cake decorating stencil. So if you're looking for something a bit different, look in the baking section. For sometimes you get some cool stencils that, you know, might not be super common in terms of the junk journal world. So I've got a set of these. I think is there 3 or 4 different stencils of animal prints that are all cake decorating stencils. And sometimes, not always, they can be a little bit cheaper than crafting stencils. Just depends, really. Or maybe you've already got some cake decorating stencils from, you know, a time when you used to decorate cakes and they're kind of lost in your baking drawer or filed away in the back of your pantry or something. Maybe you could pull those out and start using them in your craft. Oops, got a bit of fluff or something there. Let's get rid of that. This is very, very light colour, but it does give some interest there. And I seem to have quite a big space at the top, so I'm just going to add a bit more detail there and down the side here. So yeah, as I'm recording this, it is Sunday, so it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you ladies out there, whether you're a mother to a human or not. Honour all ladies and their mothering instincts, and just for being the beautiful people that you are. Because all women are special, are important, and should be celebrated. Right, where did I put my 7? Here it is on the block. So I hope you can kind of see that stenciling. It's very subtle, but I like it. And it does kind of work with those pastel vibes. I did not pre-distress around the edges of my card today. I was in a bit of a hurry. It's like, yep, let's do a video, let's clear the decks, because my desk was it was piled so high with various stuff, because I haven't recorded a video since last Wednesday, and today's Sunday, so like things were piling up, and it was very off-putting. I was like, I really need to do something about this because it's not workable. But I am out all day Tuesday, so I'm and then probably out all day Friday as well. I'm under a bit of time pressure this week for sure. So I did get to visit my mum on Friday, just briefly, because hubby and I were out op shopping, thrifting, and so we called in briefly, had a cuppa, and gave my mum her Mother's Day present, and that was really good. And it was just really, really good to see her. Just the difference in a week between when I last saw her. She's looking so much stronger and brighter, you know, in her countenance, her face and everything is a lot more life and brighter. If you're new here, my mum had a heart attack, so she's in her, what that would have been 2.5 weeks ago. So just very, very encouraging, and really made me feel so much better to see her recovery progressing well. So still got a way to go, but definitely it was just really nice to see her having picked up so much. So that was lovely. Right, pastel colours. Just hunting in my bag of tricks, as in my scraps. It's a bag of tricks. It's kind of pastel-y. It's got pastel pink in behind the orange and a bit of pastel orange, I guess, along with the brighter orange. What else can I find? It's a bit of digital that's got pastel blues. Is that enough? Probably, but you know, I always want options. Bit of pastel green. Let's see, what do we want out of this? I'm actually really leaning towards this as a starting point. So let's just take off the do I need to? Probably not, but I'm going to anyway. Take off that white bit off the bottom, because we'll probably end up trimming it up anyway. What do we think of partnering that with some green? Yep, I might put the green down first actually. Yeah, so it was a really lovely day out with hubby. Very relaxed. A lot of fun, just seeing things that we hadn't seen, or we went to, I think three or four, I've lost count now, places that we'd never been before, so that was fun. Different thrift stores, and it's really hard to say. We say op shops here in New Zealand, so I'm just going to keep saying op shops, because thrift stores or thrift shops is a lot harder for my tongue to get around, so I'm just going to say op shops, and hopefully you'll understand what I'm talking about. That glue stick is down to the plastic, so let's try this one. I think this one's nearing the end of its life as well, but should be good for today at least. So yeah, it was really good to see some that we hadn't been to before, and we found a couple of, or one in particular, new favourite place to go. Unfortunately, it's on a side of the town of the city that we don't get to very often. But boy, was it good. It's called Seaside Vintage. And really good pricing, really good selection of things, and it's actually a building that there's 3 different sellers in. So you're kind of wandering between all of them, and you can take your purchases to any of the counters, and they just work it all out. But yeah, the one right in the middle, Seaside Vintage, oh, it was good, and I bought quite a few things there, and it all up only cost me $6 or $6.50, $6 I think, and I got quite a lot of stuff, so that was really cool. And I bought something at every single op shop that we went to, which was fun. Money wise, my husband spent more money than I did, but volume, I definitely got way more things for my less money, because you know, I'm a real bargain hunter and I get quite picky, and if I like something, it's got to be at the right price, or I'll just walk away. So yes, I was very selective, but I got some real treasures. So I will be doing a haul video, possibly for Trashcraft Tuesday, since I'm going to be out. For Tuesday, I need to do like a relatively easy video, I think, just to make sure I don't overload. So doing a little haul video. Won't be as large as last week's haul video. But yeah, should be fun. Fun bits and pieces. And I haven't re-looked at everything since we've come home. I've just deliberately left things in their bags so that I didn't like put something away and then forget about it and leave it out of a haul video. So lots of treasures to share with you, which is fun. And then we picked up my hubby's mum from the cancer house and took her home, as is our, oh, I probably should have done that round the other way, but too late now. I was thinking some of the darker colour, more interest, but that's okay. We're just going to be trimming it off and throwing it out because it's covered in glue. Although I could put it in my collage phone book. Maybe we'll do that since it has got glue on it. Yeah, so she's now had 3 weeks of her cancer treatment. 2 weeks to go before they do, you know, reassess where she's at in terms of whether it's successful. And she's now losing her hair in great big clumps, so that's, yeah, that's difficult, isn't it, as a lady. We do like our hair, and it's quite distressing to lose it. I mean, she's handling well. She did apologise and say we'd probably have to vacuum the car because she's losing hair in such amounts. And I did see some hanging down over her glasses and, you know, loose strands and stuff. But so by the time we pick her up at the end of this coming week, she reckons she'll be bald. I don't think she will quite be, but yeah, probably a good chance she's well along that track because she restarts the chemo on Monday, tomorrow. So the hair loss she's got is from her first week of chemo, which was 3 weeks ago. So yes, but she's doing well, as well as can be expected, dealing with such things. It's nice spending, you know, a good amount of time with her as we pick her up and take her home. Right, there we go. That little strip has found a home in my collage phone book. Just gave you a quick little bonus flip through there. Right, just smooth this down. So just a very simple collage on the back, on the front, sorry, to start with. Right, some napkin. So I have my stash of napkins here. I also have the ones that I showed last week that I picked up in my thrifting. So I can't remember if there was anything in particular. That pastel purple is quite nice. But yeah, not so much, apart from the purple one, not really on the pastel, because the roses I find quite bright and some dark patches. So let's go to my other. You can always go back to the purple one if we don't find anything. See, I've put that part one that I got rid of the bit that was a bit yucky. I've got this tissue with the hearts on it. They're definitely pastel, with Revlon written all over it. How about we cut out, well, it's tissue, isn't it, as opposed to napkin. Maybe it's not that we're getting too pedantic about these things, but maybe I should go for napkin. I'm sorry about all the rustle. It's quite noisy, isn't it? Take it out for a moment. That one, I've used that one recently. It's the one with seashells on. Ah, come on. That could be quite nice. I think that might be it. Okay, we'll stick to the napkin since that's the prompt. But if you've only got tissue, if you don't have napkin, by all means use tissue. Or you could use plain white napkin that's been stamped. Again, I apologise for the noise of that. It also doesn't have to be pastel. You could just do pastel in the background, or you could do something else in the background, then do pastel with your napkin. It doesn't have to all be pastel. Just bear that in mind. You don't feel constrained, like, oh, I don't want to do a completely pastel. You know, you want some contrast on these things. Definitely. Right, I'm just going to take a section, I think, kind of a random piece. I don't want to cover over all of the pretty paper, and I don't want to cover all the green either, so maybe something like that. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to use glue stick and try and visualize where I need to put the glue stick. So kind of down, something like that. Right, and then I think I actually got all the way to the edge. Miracle, not quite. There's a little bit here. So where I haven't managed to get to the edge, I just carefully lift up. You can either tear the napkin away, or you can just lift it up and run a little bit more glue and kind of just ease it down. Either way will work. Just be careful if you decide to tear it that you don't like just completely tear it off. That's possible, but you just go slowly and it does work. Right, trim off the excess. Now, do I want to put another bit somewhere? I'm actually really liking that just as it is. Got a very seaside thing kind of happening. No, and I think I might throw that bit out because it's just a bit... I've got a few of these particular napkins, so I'm not going to worry about saving that scrap. Right, we need an inspiring word to meet the prompt, but I also feel like I want some other kind of focal point going on. Thinking maybe bird, maybe, or I'm also thinking, I think I might have a fish, you know, kind of got the sea, whoops, if we turn up the book the right way, I thought there was a fish in here somewhere, fish illustration. Can I find it? Oh, there was a seashell there, ammonite. Which is a shell. So we could use the shell, although it's, I felt like, oh, there's a jellyfish. Felt like there was like a few fish and like stacked up on each other that we could have used. Thought might be nice, but can I find it? And have I already used it? I may have used it somewhere, or used the other side of the page. Who knows? Let's just have a quick flip through. Frog. Just a little one though. I want something, you know, it's focal image. It's got to be a size suitable for the card. Elephants? Nope. Dragonfly or a dragon? Nope. I'm trying to think of a name of a fish that it might be under, because, you know, I thought there might have been a barracuda fish, but there's not under the B. It's not looking hopeful, friends. Don't know how many times I look through these books. We've got birds. And I've got this impression that there's something in it, but sometimes it's, see, that's too small. It's going to get lost. Okay, that failed. Failure. What volume's this? This is SPA to TSU. Maybe something under seashells. Let's have a look. Or sturgeon. Maybe there might be something under sturgeon. The fish. SUST. Submarine. There is a sturgeon, but it's tiny. Seashells. Seashells in here. No, because it's SPA. Okay. No, that's not going to work. Right. In that case, I'm going to look for a bird. Totally going a different direction. And this is my packet of found words from magazines. So that's where I'm going to get my inspiring word from, I think. Well, that's quite nice. Have we got something that's a little bigger, maybe? No, not them. No. Kiwi. One day I'll use the kiwi. Maybe I need to work out a different storage for my birds, because it's quite hard to look through them. No, I think I'm going with that original bird. Or what about this? They've got pastel blue heads, but do they blend in a bit much? No, I still like this one. Let's do it. Enough fluffing. There is a little white bit in between its legs that I am going to take a moment to remove very carefully with my craft knife. In a triangle, basically. And one more side. Trying to hold down at the top so I don't rip it. There we go. Didn't take much, did it? And now I'm thinking, do we want a little bit of book page? Book page, where have you run away to? Oh. Buried. It was buried. Yep, quite like that. I don't think I'm going to distress these. Now, which side? Yep, I'll glue this side. And then we'll hunt for a word in my little packet. So an inspiring word. What word do we find inspiring today? The one on the card, if you didn't get to read it, is winning. Right, and I'll go for a new glue page. Yeah, no, tacky glue for this because I've got all those cutouts and bits that'll just chew up my glue stick and make a big mess of my glue stick and of the picture. So oops, try and hold it down so it doesn't move, but it didn't work so well. Here we go. You down there, Mr. Birdie. I don't know, maybe it's female. It's not particularly colourful, but not all male birds are colourful, you know, and whatever bird it is, be more colourful than its female counterpart, but doesn't mean that they're always brightly coloured. Okay, now we need a word. Let's have a look. Just gonna grab out a kind of handful. Lovers of chocolate. Yum. Put the kettle on. Lift your creativity to new heights. That's oh, what about inspiration? No, not for this. Passion. Or maybe this inspiration. Snuggle time. That's cute. Friendship. Enjoy. Fun and funky. Just looking for something that kind of jumps at me, I guess. Wonderful. Cheese. Is that inspiring? Cheese. Beautiful world. What about beautiful world? Yep, I like that. We're going with beautiful world. I find that inspiring because we do live in a very beautiful earth. Right, just let me tidy up here for a moment. Otherwise I'm going to have to pick them all up off the floor because that's where my sleeve will brush them all. I know that's just what would happen. Oh, sorry, the more I try and hurry, the fumblier I get. Okay, so do I want to, cut those apart. I feel like I want to cut them apart and back them onto something to make them stand out because they're quite close in colour to this bit of book page. And kind of do something fun. Sorry, it disappeared for a moment. I just wondered whether I want to add some postage stamps. Whoops. Or a postage stamp or something. Got another one of that same stamp or one in the same series. This is Kowai or Ko-Fi. Beautiful yellow native tree here in New Zealand. Beautiful yellow flowers. And this one is, I don't know what this is. It's called Puturangi. That's its Maori name. I don't know what its English name would be. I kind of like that actually. I still might back those, so I'll put the stamps down first. Oops. This one's cut and damaged, but that's all right. It's fine. Glue it down and it's there for, well, a kind of posterity. Right. Green. Let's have a wee look what that would look like. Just a little narrow border. That's what I'm thinking. Yep, just about layering it up. I do think I want to distress around it though. Right, and just thinking about whether I distress also around the green. Glue this on here and then we'll have a look. I think I do. Just a little light brush. Oops. A little bit of the stamp coming off. Right, and this one I've gone quiet. It's a lazy, sleepy kind of Sunday afternoon. But I'm doing a video, so it's not time to nod off, girl. You're talking to, well, you should be talking to people. Catching up with my friends. That's you guys, in case you wondered. You're my friends. It's you guys I'm catching up with. Right. Do it on there. Oh, my fingers are already totally sticky. It's not evenly cut and I don't mind. It's totally handmade. So as you can see, the stamps are well, this one might be edging towards pastel, but neither of them are what I would call pastel. So you don't have to make everything fit the colour scheme. Just got to have a pastel element. And you might even interpret that as a supply and use like a chalk pastel or an oil pastel or wax pastel or something, and not even use it in terms of a depth of colour, but a supply. So there's another idea for you if you wanted to do something just a little different. Where did I put my card? I've lost my, oh, there it is. It's under my stamp lid. Normally I put things on the chair beside me when I'm filming, but Snuggles is curled up asleep on the chair, so I couldn't. So it's like, Where am I going to put things? I've got no space. But I can't disturb Snuggles. No, can't disturb the baby girl. Right, ink around the edge, because I need to see whether it's finished or not, and I can't tell without inking. Yes, I was saying your name, Snuggles, wasn't I? She's just popped her head up. It's like, did you want me, Mummy? It's like, no, just talking about you. She's our youngest cat now, after losing Georgie. She's our youngest, and she's, what, 6 or 7 out of the 3 that we still have. I still miss my Georgie. Miss my baby boy. But this is a happy day. Well, hopefully a happy day. I know it's not a happy day for everybody. Okay, is it finished? I'm feeling like I want to stamp. Just some texture. Kind of bring it all together. Thinking maybe these dots here. Oh, sorry, that was loud. My goodness. That was very loud. Wonder how this would go in the antique, oh, whatever it is, antique paper, old paper, the one I used to stencil the back on. Old paper, this one. Let's see. If it doesn't show up, well, we'll just grab something else. But I don't want it super like in your face. I just want kind of, oh yeah, yep, that's the right amount of subtle, I think, but it's visible. Shows up, but it's not super distracting or anything. Just got a stack of the little cubes there. It's like, why take it off? I can just use it as is. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I needed. And then kind of wishing I'd actually done it before I'd stuck anything down, because I would have, or stuck the bird down, because I would have liked it to go under the bird. We'll just carefully put some around, kind of give the illusion that they go under the bird. Right, I think that's enough. Right, I do believe it is now finished. How long have we been filming? Oh, I don't think we've got enough time to do a banner, unless I do a really, really simple banner. Shall we? Let's do it. So I'm going to just use this scrap since I've already got it out. I am going to, do I want to make it narrower? Maybe a little. So I'm just going to shorten it first. So let's go about there. And let's go there. And I'll strip for something else. And use this one to layer up. Make that a bit shorter. Let's go there. That bend out. Don't want that bend in there. Right, and I'm just going to put that in the middle and eyeball it. And I'm going to cut a banner end. So let's go about there, and from one corner to the top of that slit I just made in the middle. And then on the other side, So you can make any type of banner. I just want to do something quite simple and quick. That's cute. I like that. Okay, we need some napkins. So do we want to use our same thing? I'm just going to glue that on there. Cover the whole thing with the napkin. Sorry, I'm just gluing off to the side, and I'm trying to do this in a hurry so that we're not going over time. Oh, I am so silly. I just glued the white side. That's not what I was trying to do. Okay. Just hunting for a scrap bit of paper that I can, well, let's just go on the green here. Let's just put it down on there. And now glue the coloured side is what I was meant to do. How to make a muck up when you're trying to hurry and you just completely do the wrong thing. Gosh, I'm silly. So we're just getting some of the pattern through the napkin. No, need to just visually see what I'm doing through the napkin to cut it to the same shape and size. Right, there we go. Nothing to see here. We were fine. Oh, I actually quite like that. I was going to cover this as well, but I'm now looking at that going, I don't think we need to. I think it's fine. Yeah, no, I think if we did both, it would be too much. Okay, so gonna have that on there. So we've got napkin, we've got pastels, it's a banner. So we just need the inspiring word. Just going to be super simple, guys. For this one, I do want to distress around it though, and I want both layers distressed. And this will just be a little probably up tuck. So put it on the page, just glued at the top, and tuck something like a journal card up under it. Or you could put it on the side of the page and tuck something in. So put it on the side of the page and tuck something under this way, or at the top of the page and tuck something up under there. So either way, or you could just use it as a page decoration, or even to decorate a journal card or a tag or something would also work, or a pocket. But my idea is typically I would use something like this as a tuck, and quite often an up tuck. Okay, that's that. So I'm going to glue that whole thing down. It's actually quite beneficial that I added the extra layer of paper on the back of this because of my mistake, because it makes it even sturdier for using as a tuck. Just pop that in the middle-ish, as close as I can get. That's pretty good. And I'm not going to put a focal image. I don't think it needs a focal image, but we need a word. I need to get rid of that sticky page. It's sticking to everything. Inspiring word. expertise. No. We're almost at the end of the video, so I'm just going to tip some out. Needs to be the right size. We could just go with Inspire. Oh, that's quite nice actually. I like that. Inspire it is. Things don't like to slide on this grippy mat, which makes it very hard to push everything to the side. Let's ink this up. And again, do I want to back it with anything or put a stamp with it? Maybe. Just see if we can see something that might work. We've got a, well, that's on cardstock though. No. No, I don't think so. Unless squeaky chair. Believe me guys, I'm trying to hurry here, trying to be quick. Just want to dig down to the bottom where my punched out butterflies are. The purple's not the right colour, there's a silver one. Doesn't show up very well. Green one. Black. Oh, the black's quite nice actually. There's also stars in here as well. Do we want 3? No, 3's too many. So 1 or 2? We just want 1. Let's just do 1. Okay. So don't need you, little butterfly. You can go away for another time. So yeah, looking for words that you like in magazines or phrases. Sometimes you get some really cool phrases in magazines, and you can just cut them out and then decide later whether you want to use just a word out of it or the entire phrase or part of that phrase, just to add something different to a piece, an ephemera piece. Yep, just going to pop that there. Do I want to do any stamping on this one? Kind of feel like it could do with something to dress it up just a little bit. Or you might have a stamp set with inspiring word that you like, that you can just stamp out onto a bit of paper or stamp directly onto your project. That's another thing as well, of course. Oh, squeaky chair again. Do I want to do any dotties on this? Why not? Let's go for it. Do I want to use the same colour or a different colour? I'm thinking different. So I've got this crisp cantaloupe from Stampin' Up, and it's kind of a similar colour to what's in the background, just a bit darker, I think. It's subtle again because it tones in, but it's there. Just adds a bit more texture and interest. Oops, that didn't have enough ink on to actually do anything. There we go. And maybe a little bit up here. Cool, just subtle. But we got both done. So that's cool, and I've got utter complete shambles on my desk, so I do apologise for that. It's really hard to see anything at the moment. Let's try and just clear a space to show. So our prompts, 7 of diamonds was our prompt for our card. Where'd I put my card? I don't even know where I put my card, guys. Oh, here it is. I buried it. So we've got our 7 of diamonds. We have the banner as the alternate make. So here's our banner and our card. And we've got napkin on both. We have pastel colours on both. And an inspiring word. So the inspiring word really is beautiful, but you can use an inspiring phrase, beautiful world, and on this one is inspire. So 2 fun little makes there. I hope you give it a go. If you're new to this, jump on in. It's just fun, and see what you come up with. Have a great week coming up, friends, and I will catch you again soon. Bye for now.